So today we are going to be making a really simple recipe that will be great if you're meal prepping. Sorry, that's my ice maker. If you're meal prepping and for freezer meals or whatnot, this is a good meal to do that with. It is also one of my husband's favorites. I don't make it enough. It's not really the healthiest meal, but it's very filling and it lasts a few days for us. I will probably actually take what's left over and freeze it for a different time instead of us having it several days in a row like we normally do. Let's get started. All right, again, this recipe is really simple. You don't really need a lot of ingredients. You need chicken. I have chicken thighs. You can use chicken breasts, whichever is your preference. I also have 3 cans of cream soup. Again, whatever cream soup is your preference. When I originally learned how to make it, I was taught with cream of mushroom. I'm not a big cream of mushroom person. I will eat cream of mushroom because there's basically no mushrooms in it. I don't like mushrooms. But since Campbell's has expanded their cream soups, I now use cream of onion, cream of celery. I bought 2 cream of onions because sometimes you need 3 cans, sometimes you only need 2. Again, it's a preference of how dry you are going to want your chicken surprise. I forgot to tell you what it was called. It's chicken surprise. How dry you're going to want it when it's finished cooking. You're also going to need 2 packs of stovetop stuffing. You can make a smaller batch of this with 1 box, and you are going to definitely need the 2 cans of soup for sure. I'm sorry, 1 can of soup for sure, possibly 1.5 cans. So it's just easier for me to make 2 packs because what am I going to do with half a can of soup? Mixed vegetables, you can use peas and carrots. If you don't like just the peas and carrots and you don't like the mixed vegetables, basically whatever vegetable you want. I've put broccoli in it before. So just some sort of vegetable. I do recommend using frozen, not canned. Canned is already cooked basically and it turns to mush. And then optional is cheese. We like to put cheese on top of ours. So any kind of cheese, we're using Fiesta Blend because that's what I have. I've made it with cheddar, I've made it with mozzarella, I've made it with Swiss. Just whatever I have on hand is what I use. And it's that simple. All right? All right, so to start, we are going to get a pot of water. I'm gonna put mine on like between medium and high. You're just gonna put your chicken in the water. You want to boil the chicken to where it's a shredding consistency. We're also gonna add salt to this because you want to salt your water. That helps flavor the chicken when it's cooking so that you don't have bland chicken. Let me wash my hands real quick. So again, we're just gonna salt the water pretty good. And I like to add a little pepper every now and then. It really doesn't do much. But I've added garlic to this before, and actually that sounds good. Let's add garlic to the water as well. So we're just going to add some granulated garlic. You can flavor this water. It just helps flavor the chicken. So that's all we're really doing. And then you just want to get a spoon, a wooden spoon, and set over that. It helps prevent any boil over. And you're going to cook your chicken until it's done. and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, so the chicken has been boiling. It is done. We're gonna take it out, put it in a bowl, and I'm gonna shred it up. All right. Now this part is optional. I like to use this water for my stuffing. So I'm going to take this over and drain it into my measuring cup because we need 3 cups of water for the 2 boxes of stuffing.
I wanna do it all with you by my side. If you're in, meet me here tonight. Be brave and come along, I'll be your ride. Promise we don't need no brake lights. We can travel the world, so just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. This or that, getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night, or drinking red wine by an open fire, make love or fight. This or that, this or that, evenings on the train or catch a morning flight, enjoying dinner until midnight, or bed by night.
All right, and then we also need 8 tablespoons of butter, which is a stick, I believe. So we need a whole stick of butter. This is butter or margarine. I'm using actual butter. I have margarine. I don't really use it that often. I prefer butter. All right, so we're gonna let that melt down and come to a boil. And I think I need a lid. Yes, I'm gonna have to get the lid.
I wanna see it all. Find the northern lights, see the stars in the open wild, catch a glimpse of Panama. We don't need a map, I'll let you know when we've arrived. Yeah, we can travel the world, so just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. This or that, getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night, or drinking red wine by an open fire, make love or fight. This or that, this or that, evenings on the train or catch a morning flight, enjoying dinner until midnight, or in bed by night. This or we can travel the world, so just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. So just be brave and come along, I wanna do it all. This or that, getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night, or drinking red wine by an open fire, make love or fight. This or that, this or that, evenings on the train or catch a morning flight, enjoying dinner until midnight, or in bed by night. This or
All right, so this is set for the 5 minutes. gonna go ahead and remove the lid. And to this, you're going to add your chicken, your vegetables, and your cream of soups. So I forgot to mention to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You should probably do that first and then start making the dish. If you can see in the background, my stove is actually preheating now because I had forgotten. So, oh, excuse me, I'm tired. So on to what I'm doing in this clip. Go ahead and mix the soups in with your vegetables and chicken and stuffing. Halfway through, I did 2 cans, stirred it up, realized I'm definitely going to need the 3rd can. And so I went ahead and added the 3rd can. I was also mentioning that you can use any type of meat that you would like. You don't have to use chicken. I've used turkey before. I've used pork before. I've never tried beef, but I feel like, it would be similar to a, what was that called? Hamburger hash or something, but instead of potatoes, you're using stuffing. I've also used like a cheese soup instead of like the cream soups. You just need a soup that's creamy consistency. So yeah, you can really switch up the flavors with this. I have used the different types of stuffings as well. Stovetop seems to be the best one, the one that holds the most moisture and doesn't dry out. The one, because I really love Pepperidge Farms stuffing, but when I made it for this, like I used this recipe and I used the Pepperidge Farm stuffing, it dried out so bad, so I won't use it again for this meal. Anyway, yep, that's that. Once you get this all good and mixed, and if you do like I did and cook your chicken and your stuffing separate, this can be a one pot meal in a kind of, but a one pot prep meal. How about that? A one pot prep meal. So let's get our pan sprayed. Definitely want to spray this. It will stick. So you want to spray it pretty good. Alright. I use olive oil spray. You can use whatever floats your boat. I've used avocado spray. I've used just regular old Pam. I've taken whatever oil I have in a bottle and I've rubbed it on the pan before. So just however you can. I've used butter before. However you can get your pan greased is what you want. You can put the cheese in here. I'm going to just sprinkle it on top. Sometimes I will put a bag of cheese in it and then sprinkle some on top. But today we are just going to do the top. Spread, spread, spread as evenly as you can, just so it bakes evenly. This basically is done because your chicken's cooked. Your vegetables aren't. I mean, technically they are because they're flash cooked before they're frozen. So they're not raw. But they're cold. So alright, so oh, my oven's almost preheated actually. So that's great. Alright. Alright, you're going to put this in your oven, 350 for about 30 to 45 minutes, uncovered. You want the cheese to be melted and bubbly, and there to be like a crust forming along the side. I think it's been 30 minutes. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, it's done. See how the cheese is bubbly and there's a crust forming along the edge? That's what we want. I'm just gonna turn the oven off and leave this in here because my husband's not home yet. Alright, so in true fashion, this one I know for a fact I forgot to do an outro and to show you the product plated up. So yeah, it was good and I will make it again. I've made it many of times, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.